there, Alan here. Welcome to my channel, Big Hard Books and Classics. And this is going to be my 101st tag video. It's in a playlist. And I listened to Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. It's the 50 Questions You've Never Been Asked tag. And I don't think I've done this tag. I've done other 50 questions, but not this one. Excuse me, I have a toothache and I can't talk. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here in Portland. But let's get to it. I've been trying to keep my videos between 5 and 10 minutes long. I think I can do this in 10 minutes. It goes fast. So, and I'm going to tag people right off the top. I'm going to tag Roz Scalladanian about the books, because I'd like to know a bit more about her. You're really going to learn a lot about me after these 50 questions. I'm going to tag Brian at Bookish. I'm going to tag Jack at Rambling Raconteur. And I'm going to tag Una and Krypto at the Codex Cantina. And I'm wearing this Nevermore shirt in honor of them. Yesterday they did pose Poem the Raven. So let's get to it. First question, what is your favorite candle scent? And I would have to say it's Fireball. I mean cinnamon. And I keep flipping this. 2, which female celebrity do you wish were your sister? Diane Keaton. Which male celebrity do you wish were your brother? Maybe Jeff Bridges. 4, how old do you think you'll be when you marry? I've never been married, and I'm 58, going on 59, so I think I'll be maybe 62 or 3 when I finally get married. Do you know someone who is a hoarder? No, I don't. 6, can you do the splits? No, I can't. 7, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? It was before I was 8 years old, because when I was 8, I had a cool motocross bike with the number 8 on it. 8, how many oceans have you swum in? 3, I've swum in the Atlantic, the Pacific, and, well, no, only 2, and then in Ireland. That's the Atlantic too, right? It is. So only 2. 9, how many countries have you visited? Let's see, Canada, Mexico, Ireland, and Arizona. So 10, is anyone in your family in the Army? Not currently. My father was. He was stationed in Fort Knox, Kentucky, and drove a tank. 11, what would you name your daughter if you had one? I don't have a daughter, but I like the name Emily. I like the name Melissa. I like the name Jessica. Melissa and Jessica are also 2 Allman Brothers songs. 12, what would you name your son if you had one? Now, I do have a son, and his name is Zane, but I named his middle name. His middle name is Dylan Thomas. He's got 2 middle names. Dylan Thomas. 13, what's the worst grade you got on a test? And like Greg, I'm sure I got an F, probably a couple times. 14, what was your favorite TV show as a kid? I remember on Friday nights, this is going to totally date me, the Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family came on back to back on Fridays. And other than that, I liked Fat Albert. That was my favorite TV show on Saturday. If you're not careful, you might learn something. I mean, that was a catchphrase. 15, what did you dress up for as Halloween when you were 8? when I was 8, I remember I dressed up one time as a mummy, just wrapped like gauze around me. Another time, I went in drag. My mom dressed me up as like a girl. Let's see. 16. Have you read any Harry Potter? Yes. Hunger Games? Yes. I enjoyed that trilogy, The Hunger Games. I like the movies too. Twilight? No. Never saw the movies, and I won't read the books. 17. Would you rather have an American or a British accent? I'd rather have a British accent. I can't do one, but I love the British accent. And I probably want an Irish accent. 17. 18. Did your mother go to university? No, she did not. She was a super duper homemaker. 19. And in fact, I'm the first one to graduate from college in grad school in my family. My father did go to some university, but he was a firefighter paramedic. 19. Are your grandparents still married? No, they're deceased. 20. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No. Does prison count? 21. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, and it's not easy being green. 22. What was the first amusement park you visited? That would be Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. 23. Which language would you like to be fluent in? Spanish or Latin? I wish I was taking Latin, and I was learning to read it and write it pretty well. But I wish I was. There's no excuse for me not being fluent in Spanish. I'm kind of Spanglish and prison Spanish. I know all the dirty words and all the words for drugs and stuff. 24. Do you spell it Gray or Grey for gray? And I spell it Gray. 25. Is your father bald? No, he's not. 26. Do you know triplets? No, I don't. 27. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Titanic. Whew, hands down. 28. Have you ever had Indian food? And I'm kind of a little bit ashamed and guilty that I have not, because there's so many good Indian restaurants here in Portland. But I've never had Indian food. 29. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? Oh, man. Well, I have too many. My favorite food cart is called Fried Egg, I'm in Love. 30. Have you ever been to Nando's? No, I've not. Where is it? 31. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? No, I do not. 32. What would your parents have named you if you'd been the opposite gender? I don't know, but my middle name is Mitchell, and they almost named me Mitchell Reed. But then they were afraid everyone would call me Mitch the Bitch. 33. What's your nickname? You can call me Al. 34. Who's your favorite person in the world? Probably my dad. 35. Would you rather live in the country or the city? The city. 36. Can you whistle? And I can also whistle loud, but I just moved into this apartment complex and it's like 4 a.m. and it's really quiet. Can you hear the echo in here? There's an echo, and I don't want to wake everybody up. But I could whistle. 37. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Yes. Not a nightlight, but I sleep with the light on. 38. Do you eat breakfast every morning? No, not every morning, but if I do, it's like peanut butter toast or, you know what I had for breakfast the other day? Chicken noodle soup. 39. Do you take any daily pills or medications? Yes, I do. Let me show you. I get mine in a bubble wrap. So this is like daily. Seems like a lot. I take Synthoid for hypothyroid, low thyroid, and I take depression medicine. I take a anxiety pill in the morning and night. I take cholesterol, high cholesterol meds. I take a vitamin D, calcium every day, and some others. See, you learn a lot about me, aren't you? Let's see. What medical condition do you have? Well, I told you hyperthyroid, and I'm clinically depressed and actually bipolar. Yeah. Have you ever been into the hospital? Or how many times have you been in the hospital? I don't have enough fingers and toes to count. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? I have not. I really don't like animation films or anime. 43. Where do you buy your jeans? I buy them at Walmart. I buy them online. I buy them at Goodwill. 44. What's the last compliment you got? Just the other day, my beard was like really bushy, so I trimmed it down. My dad said, "It looks really good." 45. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Yes, I do. I'm a very active and vivid dreamer. It's like going to the movies for me. I also have sleep apnea, so I'm waking up all the time. I'm also kind of an insomniac, but I'm very much into dreams and Carl Jung, and I can talk about dreams a lot. I've spent like a year in writing my dreams down. I've had prophetic dreams. I can also astral project. Now, I haven't done that in a while, but I can do it. And I won't get into it, but very into dreams. 46. What favorite tea do you enjoy? Now, I just got done working at a tea factory here in Portland. I worked there about a year, and I got into tea. I like the matcha. I like kombucha. I like chai a lot. But I like iced tea is my go-to drink. If it's not water or coffee, I'm a big coffee drinker. My coffee's right over there. 47. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? And I'll put up a shot. I took one earlier. I have 2 pairs of boots, a pair of sandals, and a pair of tennis shoes. And I had some slip-on work shoes that I really liked. They were like nurse's shoes or chef shoes, but I wore them out. I just threw them away. 48. What religion would you raise your children to practice? I don't think I'd let them grow into it. Now, I've been like a practicing Buddhist since the 80s, but lately I'm into Native American smudge, and I'm much more spiritual than I am religious. But I'm a ex-altar boy, and that stuff stays with you for a lifetime. So I do take communion probably once a year. I go back to the church, I take communion. So I am a man of faith. 49. How old were you when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real? I remember pretty well. I just had my practice driver's license, so I was like 15. I'm joking. I was probably like 8. 8 was a magical year for me. And 50, why do you have a blog or YouTube channel? Boy, I used to teach, and so my first video was on Light in August, and it was like, I don't know, probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes long. It gets a lot of hits to this day, but just to reach out. I call my BookTube friends. It's like having a ham radio. It's like a worldwide book club that I just really enjoy. I have friends around the world that I talk to on Voxer and across the country. A couple I've met in person. I've met Greg and his wife Chris. I've met Tomasso, Tom at Tom LA Books. I met him in Hollywood just in March of this year. And it's really great. It's a great community. So that's the tag. Ooh, I didn't do it in under 10 minutes, so I'm sorry. But I hope you learned a little bit more about me. And please do this tag if you haven't, because I'd like to